Oh, we got the mesh towel. So we can just put 2 mesh towels there as well. That's going to be cool. And that's done. And we are out of power. We really need to get cracking. I'm going to actually give him the instruction to start building the power generators. Because, man, this is made a mess. Why is everyone... Oh my word. We have problems. Damn. That ain't good. That ain't good. That ain't good. Mop all that up, boys and girls. Let's get cracking. Okay, that's been done. We'll just keep that. We'll keep that on a lowdown. Oh, we'll keep it going. Keep it going. I need it to chow. Yeah, that's gonna happen a while. Something's gone horribly wrong. Why have they not prioritized this? It's on a priority of 9. But okay. And you know what it is? I think it's a life support thing. Lubricants will maintain algae terrariums, deodorizers, and water sieves. Huh, so it's not on there. So what is it part of? Supplying? No, that's just branch supply, life support supply, empty storage, repair, search, operational function, farming, cook supply, medical supply, power supply, fabrication supply, food supply, sweep, construction supply, and store equipment. Maybe it's in that. I don't know. But okay. So, mistakes were made, ladies and gentlemen. Mistakes were made. We have here this water. We'll just empty it right there. And this water here, we'll just empty it right there. And then we will mop up the difference. Over there. Boom, boom, boom. That gives us what we need over there. Let's just leave him. Oh, someone peed all over the bedroom. Lovely stuff. Oh, marvelous. Just superb. Frickin' morons. Besides the point, let's have a look at what's going on here now. What is this thing? Irrigation store. Thimble reed. What is its problem? Oh, my word. We probably got the wrong thing in there. Colony lacks plumbing skill. Well, damn. We weren't able to get the correct water in there. Now we've got the wrong water in there because we didn't put our filtration system in place quick enough. So we're gonna have to deconstruct this damn thing, and then let's just add some plumbing, correct plumbing, liquid filter, boom. It's still it must be built in unoccupied space. Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. I see the problem. So we just need to pause and let's get this done right. Because we need to fix this. If we don't fix this, I'm gonna get annoyed. Like that. And then snip that on the water side. Let's just go to the plumbing overlay. The filtered water that we want is gonna go through there. Then, which will be polluted water. And then we'll just run this way. Oh no, we can't, we have to go up and over, but okay, we'll do that. And then we'll just take this pipe and we'll deconstruct it. I think that's going to be right. We also probably, yep, we're going to need power. More power. And that should fix that problem. Alright. That will fix that problem. And then we're going to mop up the whole base. We're going to clean everything. I think once they've got this filtration system in place, what we need to do is spend some time just cleaning house. Because the whole place is going to be quite nasty. So let's just see. Actually, it's not that dirty. It's really not that bad. Yeah, okay. I'm cool with that. We'll just leave that like that, and then we'll just go and we'll build that. That'll shove everything over. We'll do that one more time after that down here, and then we'll just continue to thump up, and that'll get us to our floor level. And we'll have a jagged bottom, but that's fine. We'll mine that out when we make space around the base, let's say. Mop up this crap, please. Research. We need power. In the words of Donald Trump, drill baby drill. There we go. Power. We are looking at the internal combustion coal generator. What is that? A wood burner? Nah, that's not cool. We go with that one. Coal burner. Then we've got fossil fuels, which is a natural gas burner, petroleum generator, oil refinery. We don't need that stuff just yet. So we'll go with these. Ooh, renewable energy. Very nice, but we are one technological stage away from said development at this point in time. We are still primitive, developing countries. And there we go. That'll help us generate what we needed to generate. Okay, now we need to pause that. We've got no filter. We need to filter. Let's go down here and go polluted water. Thank you so much. Double click, job done. Alright, boom. So now what's going to happen is the clean water, this water that's making the problem. Let's go here and just select thimble reed. Now it can't grow because the damn filter's taking its place. Build the filter there. Good lord, this is gonna be the death of me. And we need a repop, so we're gonna go with that's gonna go there, that's gonna go. Wait, how the frick? No, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cancel all this. We're simply gonna take this and smack it up over there and tune him. Good day to you, sir. I bid thee adieu and farewell to this problem. We'll just stick a thimble reed that side. Damn it, man. That's gonna annoy the hell out of me. Because I know... excuse me. I know that the thimble reed... Okay, we'll get rid of that as well. And then here we will put the said thimble reed. See? Now it will be planted. That'll fix the problem. Job done. Okay. Happy days. Happy days, happy days. Oh, we've got a broken machine. The reason we have a broken frickin' machine is because of bad plumbing. Because Josh went and did something dumb. Which makes me think that we might need to find another way of plumbing this. Because that machine's going to continue to break as long as we feed it clean water. Which means that once the filter system has been done, let's reimagine this piping system. I reckon we take this whole plumbing system out and we repipe it because it's all wrong. That's what I reckon. Not cancel, deconstruct. Deconstruct all said plumbing with the exception of the pump. No, it's the piping that we're getting rid of. We're not getting and the filter we're not getting rid of, but we're gonna repipe this whole joint because this whole joint is a stuff up. So let's give them a chance to sort that out quickly. My bad. Okay, I'm gonna say my bad, and we're gonna fix it now. So let's see them. Oh, and they're just dumping more and more fluids in the problem. I think I might be too tired for this right now. But let's get it done. Well, let's get it done. Where are our builders? Well, I think it's the end of their cycle, huh? Yep, it is the end of their cycle. And look at the food. The food is like not a problem. At 52,000 calories. From 0 calories, couple cycles later, 50,000 calories and climbing. Now that we have a consistent flow of better quality food, let's go to the consumables quick and let's start stopping them from eating things like raw meal lice. Nutrient bar, yeah, they can eat that. Muck root, yeah, and pickled meal, yes. Spindly grub fruit, I don't want them eating the raw stuff, or the raw stuff, or the raw stuff. The grub fruit is the cooked version, and the gristleberry is a cooked version. Fish fillet. Standard quality gives you a +2 morale. Quality of +4. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so let's hit pause and let's have a look at this problem. Let's go straight to plumbing. What we need to do is probably reposition that filter. So let's start with that. Let's reposition the filter. I'm thinking... Wait, we'll figure that out just now. Let's deconstruct that filter quickly. Alright, so the whole system has been emptied. Everything's underwater, it's all flooding, everything's a hot mess. Oh, it's a hot mess, but let's sort this out. Right, here comes, I don't even know, one of the dupes to fix that problem. Who's that? Stevie my boy. Alright, let's figure out this plumbing now. So we need polluted water only to travel to this irrigation, what's it called? Hydroponic farm plot. And only polluted water to go here. Now we want the dirty water to first go through there, but we need to filter it. Perhaps we filter it on the way up. What if we stuck? Oh no, there's not enough space. What if we put it here? No, it's not enough space. It's not enough space. It's not enough space. Let's do this. Let's do this. Filter. Okay, the order we want the polluted water and only polluted water to go in is first, okay, whatever this pump sends and whatever this thing sends is going to come up in one pipe. We then want to split off polluted water only. And the order we want it to go in is to go first into the fertilizer rig production unit and then into the water purification unit and whatever it can't handle into the overflow into the thimble reed. So we need to, before this whole system, we need to sort out here first. So let's go to plumbing, to piping. We know we're going to go like this, and then like that, and then we'll just come down like that, right? That's the end of it. So once it's had its chance to go through fertilizer and then through filtration, if filtration is backed up, then it's going to go to the thimble reed, which means that all of this is not needed anymore. Right, back to the plumbing. So we need to make sure that the liquid that we get over here is only this. Yeah, you see, it won't let me build it there, but it will let me build it there. So we could do, yeah, we could do there, and then we say, okay, it must come down. So if this is clean water, it will go down this way, and then this will go down from here. So that can just go there. Oopsie, like that. Let's do it like that, because we don't want it trying to get, well, that is just an output, so we won't have any issues there, I don't think. Alright, so we're going to have the pump pumping, the carbon skimmer pushing all the water, pump pumping all the water, carbon skimmer pushing polluted, right? It's going to run up this pipe, it's going to hit into the water filter. Out of the water filter, only polluted water is going to come down, right? Only the polluted water is coming down, and that polluted water is going to then run through the fertilizer and then into the water sieve, and then it's going to go, whatever the excess is going to go into the thimble reed. Then we need to put in some piping for the return. So the clean water is going to come, it's going to go there, it's going to jump with a bridge, it's going to go there. So I think we'll go like that. So let's cancel that piece, because I want that to 50-50 split in the clean water from the sieve and the clean water that's in the system. Maybe, and this is only going to be, this is going to be continuous. So that, I think a 50-50 split might be right, because if we get too much clean water backed up in these pipes, we're going to have nothing coming down this side. But the carbon skimmer is never going to stop pumping up polluted water anyway, because we're going to put the generators up here, so that's going to work out fine anyway. Then we're going to have the clean water come, it's going to jump over this pipe. It's going to actually be, yeah, it's going to have to jump over, because we're going to be too close for that. And then it's going to come, we're going to just move it one down, it's going to jump over here and then go there. Alright, I think that is that. I think that is that. Let's have a look on the power section. Power overlay, we're going to need power there. Deconstruct power, yeah, we don't need power there. Alright, let's get them onto that. And let's just go priority. Oh no, we're not going to worry about priority anything right now. And then I'm going to put we're going to just put we'll put that up there, and in here we're going to put the thimble reed plant. Cool. Alright, I think that fixes the problem. I think that fixes the problem. I don't guarantee it. I think that's going to fix our problem. But we are going to need more than Steve building this. Where the heck is everyone else? Oh, they're only now coming into work. Okay. Poor Stevie Wonder over here has been the only one bloody working for the last couple of hours trying to get this situation of ours handled. And in the meantime, while that's been moved over and ironed out all the kinks, the carbon dioxide is just building up. So, okay, not a problem. Can also continue to slam that in. They should prioritize this though. let's just have us a look. My liquid filter, bought me my liquid filter. Bingo, liquid filter. Liquid filter. We hit the polluted water. Alright, so it's now filtering. Now we can look at the plumbing situation. We need one more bridge before I forget. We need one more bridge to go that way. And there we only got polluted water coming out now, going to the machinery, which means that the fertilizer machine won't break anymore, the water sieve won't, well, it never had a problem to begin with, and we won't get a backup, or a backlog, should I say, of polluted water by this thimbleweed getting blocked with clean water, because the thimbleweed can't drink the clean water. It likes that swampy, brackish, nasty swamp water. Well, let's just see, let's let this run a couple cycles and try and identify if we have any ill thought out or ill conceived plans here. But I think that's gonna do it. Why is it not filtering? The only reason I can think of, pipe blocked, which is probably due to that not working out. So let's just get them to start mopping that crap. As soon as they start mopping, then we shouldn't end up with any more problems. Let's just have a look, because at the moment the carbon skim is flooded, or the output pipe is blocked. The output pipe is blocked because there's just too much water in the system. So let's do this. So we do have a bit of a temporary problem. You know how we're going to fix this? A reset. A liquid reset. Right. And we'll go like that. Buffer tank. Buffer tank time. Now what that's going to do is it's going to pick up all the frickin' water and dump it straight in there. And that's going to get the water flowing again. We hope. I don't see why it wouldn't though. And what else we will do is we will dump our returns. But I don't think we're going to have a problem. Once this buffer tank is built, everything's going to run. Watch. Holding thumbs. Am I right? Come on, boys. Let's get this thing finished, man. There we go. And all of that's running. And it's going into the buffer tank. That's going to work out just perfectly. We're going to just go here quickly. And we're going to introduce that line. Oh man, did I just kill the colony in 36 cycles or what? Sometimes it's important to think about things before we go carry out the actions. But okay, Yeah, boy, this is all going to go. It's almost done sending all that liquid that way. It can't do anything because this is full, and it couldn't do anything because the pipe is blocked. Because this thing is not allowing it time to off gas, because this pump is just sending. And that's going to cause a hiccup. So what I want to do, I want to use a bridge to fix this problem. Now the question is going to be, how do we put the bridge into the system? And I think we just simply bridge onto that pipe, which means that if the pipe is not already, there we go. See, so now it will not pump from here unless this is finished. So let's just see what happens now with these cycles now, because we've got a lot of clean water that's got to get through and get cycled out until we get the system balanced. That's the other interesting thing about this game, is it's not so straightforward. You got to kind of like have a plan and then introduce the plan in a balanced system or in a balanced way. Otherwise you end up with a big stuff up. Just want to cancel this mop area in there. We never need to mop that section. If I just quickly go like that, and that sieve will start working. There we go. Okay, it's flushing stuff out. So that's working. You see how this bridge stops the sieve from working if the filter's working. And I think that's also what's creating a bit of a problem for us. So let's go to change. I want to give a 50-50 priority between the bridge and the sieve. But I don't think it matters if we got the buffer tank there. I don't think it's going to matter as long as the buffer tank's there, to be honest, Straight up with you guys. I don't think it's going to matter at all. So let's deconstruct that. But now you see the problem is this. So let's deconstruct the bridge. That bridge. And let's just go straight with the 50-50. If we 50-50 split the pipe, it's one from the carbon skimmer. Yeah, it'll be one from the carbon skimmer. Let me go like this. So the pipe will take one from carbon skimmer, one from pump. One from carbon skimmer, one from pump. That's a 50-50 split on the pipe. I think that's the way. That's going to be the best way to do it. Whereas here it was trying to, if it's trying to put from an output into a pipe, if there's something in the pipe, the output doesn't output. Gotta watch out for these little tricks. It's been a while since I played, so that's why I'm still trying to refigure it out myself. It's a complex little game, this. It's a complex game. It's very well thought out and causes you to think a lot, which is very distracting, which is what we play games for, isn't it? To distract ourselves from the reality of our day-to-day lives. And because all that's working, I don't need to have that joint there. So we can just go like that, like that, like that, like that, and then we'll take this and we'll go like this and like that. Boom, job done. So that's gonna suck up. There we go. You see, there's it working in principle just like that. We're gonna 1 1 1 1 1 1. Perfect. So everything is gonna work pretty well with the buffer tank. And then that thimble reed, that thimble reed's just gonna sit there and enjoy I wonder if we couldn't move that buffer tank instead of having it on top there. Should we not put it right down here and just have all of these devices just go straight to the buffer tank, and then from the buffer tank up to the filter? Because technically it would be more out the way. Can't change the buffer tank around, but I think that might be a pretty solid solution, because then we don't have it messing around with we won't have it messing around with where we're going to put the power production. But again, that power production is only temporary, and this is quite a complex system that we got going here. So let's put the last bit in for the floor. Let's have a look at what our carbon situation is. Carbon dioxide situation is not actually that bad. That carbon skimmer works really hard. We're also going to need to then start working on a filtration system to get the natural gas out of this room and bag it. We're going to need to store it somewhere, because we're going to use that for power generation at some point. So perhaps to make our lives a bit easier, let's just transform all of this into airflow tiles. And then I'm thinking, because we're going to have so much carbon dioxide, that if we put an air pump with an air filter and an air reservoir, we could collect all the natural gas, and we could put a natural gas generator in here, which would run the filtration of this entire setup. Let me think about that for a few cycles. Let me think about that for a couple cycles. On a positive note, in the 4 or 5 cycles since we had no food, we're up to 75,000 calories. So that's pretty much that sorted. I am going to give them... Oh, they are catching up with their work quite quickly now. Let's just give them a level 1 base wide sweep order, just to make sure we've got everything nice and clean around base. Yeah, let's do that. While they're busy with that, I'm going to think about what we're going to do here for the power problem, and then once I've come up with the solution for said problem, we'll implement our solution. Give me a sec. Alright, now that I've had a little bit of time to think, I see a lot of our dupes also standing around during their working day with not much to do. Well, they're socializing. Maybe it's their downtime. Probably their downtimes of their cycle. I think I have a plan. So, let us begin with our coal burning generators. I'm going to slap down 2 of these bad boys. Now, the coal burning generator is cool, because you don't have to generate the power yourself. And they produce more power than the hamster wheel. Alright, they do 600 watts. Whereas the hamster wheel does 400 watts. So we're getting 200 watts extra per generator. Now on our power system, go to the power overlay, we can see this arrangement of contraptions is consuming 120 times 1, 2, 3, 4, alright, plus a 240. So 600 watts is what we produce off one generator. So that's 360 watts up here, it's 480 watts over there. And then if we add this 240 watts to that, we're already over the 600 watts we can produce. Now, the cabling we're using can only carry 100 watts, right? Its capability is 100 watts. I mean 1000 watts. So the generator will never be able to power or send more power through these cables than what the cables can take, which is a good fail-safe. You'll never have blown cables. We could, however, end up in a situation where something is not pumping or working because it's insufficient power. So what I think we do is we take this liquid reservoir and we're going to plop it down here. Okay, so we can make some space over here. Then we're going to put down a couple batteries up here where this reservoir is. And we'll put a battery that side. We should have bigger batteries now as well. These batteries, they work, but they're not that great. Okay, their capacity is 10 kilojoules and they leak 1000 joules a cycle, 1 kilojoule a cycle, which means we're losing 10% of the battery per cycle, the power we produce. The jumbo battery has 40 kilojoules and it leaks 2 kilojoules a cycle, which is only 5% of the stored power. So we're definitely going to go with these jumbo batteries. We're going to slap one down on that side, and once we've got, oh, that's not good. I was going to say, once we got all that sorted out, we'll once we got all this plumbing sorted out and we moved this liquid reservoir to down here, then we'll put a jumbo battery over here to be coupled with this generator. So let's also go to the storage bin. In the storage bin we are going to store coal, and coal, only coal. And the reason we're going to do that is because if these generators need coal, the coal is right there between the two generators. Alright, job done, don't have to worry. The whole system's on pause because none of the buildings are going to work if they don't have a support towel under the entirety of the building. See, so the liquid, there we go, the water, the liquid sieve, or the water sieve can't do anything without having a solid base or foundation. So let's have a look here, and we're literally just going to take this pipe and we're going to go in here with it. I think we're going to go underneath. We're going to do a little bit of a duck and dive there, and the reason we're going to do that is because we're going to use this pipe to come, oh, we can't, we're going to go straight in. We're going to then do a pipe here and a pipe here. Let's just quickly get rid of that, and let's deconstruct this one and this one because they're not going to help us at all. Liquids, this is going to go in there, and then this is going to come up and out like that. And we're going to separate these ones. We're going to deconstruct that one, okay, and then we're going to separate that so that all those pipes are just buffing into over here, and then we're going to go from here, we're going to go straight in here. Now that's going to create an endless loop for now, but that's fine. I think what we're going to do is we're also going to run another pipe all the way up here to into here. We're going to clip this because we need to get all that fluid now back down into this other liquid reservoir over here. So we'll put that one there. That's all working out lovely, lovely, lovely. That's the input, this is the output, my bad. Alright, so let's just quickly snip that. No, yeah, we need to snip that. And then we need to grab that, we need to grab that, we need to run that into that. Then we need to take this and we'll just cut that. Okay, so that's going to go that way to the liquid. So that's all done that. Okay, let's deconstruct that one because we don't need that one. We're going to cut that because we don't need that. And that's all going to run into there. Okay, cool. So that's going to take a moment to drain itself. We're going to just deconstruct all of that. Send that off that way. It's now missing a pipe. We have to put a pipe there so that that building will work. Okay, send that. So that's going to send all those fluids down this way, and then we're going to sort out the electrical system. I wonder how many watts we need to run this base. At the moment, we only need 120, 120, that's 60 watts. So 120, 60, 120, 60, which is another, let's say, 120 times 3, plus that 120 times 4, which is 480, 500, 520. So one generator will be enough to run all this base, and one generator will be enough to run all of this here. So we can start working on that. We can actually just simply go like this, go boom. And then we will say, okay, you are going to put power down there and there. Alright. And then this is going to run its power through the battery. We're going to go in here. And we're going to run that way. No, we're going to run that way. And then we're going to take this and we're going to go here. Done. Alright, there's our power systems. So let's just quickly, this is now empty. Status 0 stored. Okay, deconstruct that building. Plumbing overlay. Deconstruct on the plumbing. We can deconstruct all of that and that. And they will get that cracking. Boom, boom, boom. There's no power here because these things have not yet been dumped full of coal. This must get coal only. So let's go coal. Put that in there. Number 9. That's top priority for coal. Secondary priority is this, which is at 5, which will just dump it on the floor. But as the coal here runs out, so that'll then run.